What's up? What's up? What's popping? Hey, yo, it's NateDoggSac916 coming at you live from Sacramento. Y'all know what to do, man. Hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification bell, man, if you want to keep catching this fire content, man. And go down below in the comments, man, and leave messages. Leave what you think about the video. Leave what you think can be improvements or whatever it may be. And please, please, please share the videos, man. Share them. If you got a YouTube channel, share my video on your community post. Share my channel on your community post. If you rock with me, man. That's what we're doing. And if you're going to get at me, you can go over to Instagram and Nate.Dog916 on IG and Nate Jackson on Facebook. And also at email, you can get at me at askNateDog916@gmail.com. That's ask, like asking a question, NateDoggSac916@gmail.com. But let's get into it, man. Let's get into it, man. So I'm in High Desert State Prison. 2000, I'm in High Desert State Prison. You know, we pushing the yard, you know what I mean? I'm on B facility at the time. And we walking, I'm chilling, you know, and then I get a brother pull me over, brother from Hoover, right? He's like, hey Nate, can I holler at you real quick on me? I'm like, yeah, for sure you can holler at me. I'm like, what's up with you? He like, hey man, so I got at the boy and we was talking, we was just chopping it up, man, having a conversation about some stuff. And basically he insinuated that it was cool if we robbed your homeboy Art. Like, wait, what you mean? What you mean? They say he insinuated it was cool. He said it was a go. He don't care. Like, it's okay. Like, yeah, let me be real clear with you, man. It's not okay. Anybody touch anybody from the heights, man, it's up. Period. It's going down. So nah, it ain't cool like that, bruh. And me and him had a cool relationship. So, you know, he felt that he can approach me with this kind of information. And he did. And he was informed that it was not cool, that it would pop if anything was to happen to anybody from my neighborhood. You know. So I go into the building, you know, I pull up my homeboy Suicide, who was my older homie from my neighborhood, and we known each other since we was kids, right? I say, yes, let me holler at you, bruh. I give him the rundown, right? Boom, 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 boom. He like, I bet. He say, as soon as we come back from chow, when they crack the day room, we gonna deal with bruh. We gonna remove him, right? So I'm like, all right, let's get it popping, right? So, you know, I tell my celly, Melly, I'm like, look, bruh, when we come back from chow, me and S gonna deal with this dude, and you just stay out the way, man. This ain't got nothing to do with you. I mean, it do have something to do with him because he's from the manor, so he's from the heights too. But everybody don't have to leave to remove one person. You feel me? So we was like, me and bruh gonna handle it because we know we gonna handle it right? So we come back, we walk to chow, we come back from chow, and we come back from chow, and they crack the day room. So I come out the day room and I come down to the day room floor because I was on the top tier. I come down to the day room floor. So where I was situated at, I lived in cell 210. And then the boy lived in like 222 or 223, something like that. And then S lived all the way on the other side in like 232. I think he might have been in the last cell, right? So I sit down on the bench, I'm waiting because, you know, we got it planned how this is gonna go down, right? So the boy come down the stairs, the boy come down the stairs, right? He sat at the table right there, right? Not at the table where we really be at. So I'm sitting on the other side of the day room on another table next to a Keyway brother from PJ's. I'm sitting there and I'm waiting, and I see SS come down, right? As soon as he come down the stairs, he walked right up to dude and uppercut him right on the table, right? Pop, catch him with a cool daisy. Now, dude, don't get me wrong, dude is like 280, like 6 foot. He ain't no little dude, right? So he catch him with it. But SS is like 6'3", 225, kind of, you know, yoked up a little bit, the little prison body, them bars do your body good, we in there. Me at this point, I'm like 175, karate bodied out the game. So as soon as he catch him, pop, I hop up off the table like grease lightning, right? Pull out the thing, right? Run across. So when S catch him, he fall back, and then S catch him with like one or two more, right? So he don't really get to recover. So I hop up on the table and like straddle his chest, right? Then I used the thing, I hit him like 3 times in his neck, and then like because he's trying to duck away, and hit him like 2 times in his face, like right here, and then right here under his eye, right? And then I jump off because I hear the guards yelling now, right? So I jump off, slide the thing under a door. You see the little gap under the door right there behind me, right? Slide the thing under a door like that, handle that, right? Then I get back on him. Bam, 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 I'm getting on him with fists, right? So now at this time, blood is gushing everywhere. Blood is everywhere, right? To the point where he's slipping in his own blood, still trying to fight us off, right? And eventually they come in and they spray us, right? But we keep fighting, we keep going. And so they come out with the fire extinguisher can of mace. It's like as big as a fire extinguisher, right? And they super soak us, right? And the type of spray they're using at this time, I don't know what it's called. I think it's OC pepper spray. But it's designed to attack your pulmonary system, right? For those of y'all who don't know what that means, it's your breathing. It's supposed to attack your lungs and basically shut them down or constrict them to where you can't breathe. So when your body can't breathe, what does it do? It shuts down, just like a vehicle. If your vehicle can't breathe, it shuts down. That's why you got to keep clean air filters and so on and so forth, right? So I back up away from him. I can barely see because I'm maced up. I get down on the ground, right? I'm down on one knee. I'm still watching. I'm still trying to keep it cracked. So after we back up off him, he jump up. So when he jump up, I'm like, oh, okay. But he don't run towards me or S. He run towards Art, right? Art hop up immediately and they start going toe to toe, right? So I'm like, I'm trying to get away with this get down, right? Not get away with it, but they didn't have cameras in the day room at this time. So I'm not trying to get, I'm trying to get away with as much as possible, even though they already done sprayed me, so they know I was involved. So, but I don't want to jump back up and run over there. I'm like, he already have, he leaking. He gonna leak out. His power ain't there. So Artie can handle it. So they fight. They put him down. They spray him. They take us to the cages, do the stuff, take him to the hospital, take me and S to the whole decontamination shower. Then they take us to the assay. So we back in the assay, and they talking about battery on an inmate with a weapon causing great bodily injury, right? So I'm like, whatever, man. I'm not talking to nobody. Got nothing to talk about, right? And we had this cool ass CO named Schloss, right? And all of a sudden I get the DA referral paper, right? So for those of y'all who don't know what a DA referral paper is, that's when the institution sends whatever your offense is to the DA to see if the DA wants to actually press charges on you, right? And give you more time, right? Now you got to remember, I'm under 2 strikes at this time, and I wasn't thinking like that, and I didn't realize. I don't know if I didn't realize, I just wasn't thinking like that, or I just didn't care. But if they could have charged me and gave me a 3rd strike, I could have ended up with a lifetime in prison and not gotten out, right? So I'm like, oh, okay. So I need to holler at bruh, right? So I tell Sloss, hey, I need to holler at my vet. And she like, all right. So she walked me by the door. She leave me at the door. She walk away, right? I go to the crack of the door. I'm like, bro, what's up? Come out to the yard, right? He like, no, I ain't coming out there for y'all to jump me. I was like, bro, I won't jump you, bro. If you want to get that ones, you can get that ones. You already know how I get down, bro. You know me. He like, nah, bro, it ain't even like that. I ain't even mad at y'all, man. Y'all did what y'all have to do. Y'all had to do. But I want to get at Art. I'm like, that's between you and Art, bro. But you know you had that coming when you went against the hood, bro. And he was like, yeah, I know. I was like, but regardless of that, bro, they trying to charge me for that crap. He's like, no, man, I told him y'all didn't do nothing. When they asked me what happened, I told him it wasn't y'all. I told him y'all didn't stab me. I'm like, yeah, but they trying to charge us for stabbing you, man. They trying to send it to the DA, man. So go ahead, write out an affidavit saying that I didn't stab you and saying that S didn't stab you. So basically, bro wrote out a whole affidavit saying we didn't stab him. And the CO actually signed as a witness that he was not under duress, right? Signed it, boom, got it, sent it to the 115. So the DA refused it. The DA kicked it back on some, it's not enough evidence to charge the inmates or suspects, whatever they want to call us at the time, right? So we go back to the cell, we're in the cell, and they come back and tell us, y'all still going to the SHU for battery on the inmate with a weapon because the 115 will be adjudicated here in the prison, just regardless of the fact that you guys pressured him into writing an affidavit. But that was end up being my first SHU, and I ended up getting a 15-month SHU for that. So that was a 15-month SHU. They sent me to Corcoran SHU. For those of y'all who heard some of my stories about going to the SHU and doing SHU, that's what I went to the SHU for. But all that comes back around to I'm out here working on the streets, right? I'm out here working, doing my stuff. I'm working for a construction company, a home renovation type company, right? And I had met this white dude in prison. He was a tattoo dude, but he was hella cool, right? And when he came home, he hit me up because I wanted him to do some tattoos on me. You getting out? I'll buy you a gun. I actually purchased a tattoo machine for him, and gave him the machine because I wanted him to do some work on me because I knew he was good. And now that we out free, we don't have to stick to the regulations of whites not tattooing on blacks and stuff like we were in prison. So I hit him up. He's like, I need a job. I'm like, you need a job? I got you, right? And I got him on with the same place where I was working. So we talking one day, and he talking about how his wife is married to, his sister is married to somebody from Oak Park. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. And he said the dude's name, and I'm like, oh yeah. And it was the same name as my Vic, right? But I figured it was a different name. He didn't say the last name, so I figured it was a different person with the same first name, right? So I'm like, yeah, okay, because I know my Vic is from the Heights. He's not from Oak Park. So I'm like, oh, okay. So, or our Vic, however you want to call it. So I'm like, all right. Then one day he asked me, hey, my girl ain't come pick me up. Can you give me a ride home? I'm like, yeah, bet, no problem. He said, I live in the South. All right, no problem. Drive up in my Chevy Silverado. I think I had a Chevy Silverado at the time. Yeah, I had I think that was my first Chevy Silverado. And we pull up, and when we pull up, I see a dude leaning into the back of a white Ford Taurus, right? Cleaning it out. We had the water hose, he cleaning out the trunk, right? As soon as I see his face, I look over at the dude in my passenger. I said, oh, it's a game? Oh, that's how y'all want to do it? Oh, okay. I hop out the truck, like, what's happening? What's happening, man? And then I look, and dude, see me. He like, Nick, bro, hold on, wait, bro. Hold on. I'm like, what, y'all trying to set it up? Let's set it up then. Let's get it. And then he like, nah, man, I ain't know you was coming over here, man. Wasn't nobody trying to set you up, man. I'm like, calm down. I'm like, what you mean, man? How this is a coincidence? I'm popping up at your house. And needless to say, me and Brad had a conversation, man. And the lesson that y'all can take from this is that if you involve yourself in something in life, hey, unless you are ready to die about it and kill about it, don't get yourself involved in nothing like that, man. Because you got to understand there's certain rules and regulations to this lifestyle, man. And if you get involved in it, you might be the one on the losing side of some stuff that you're not really ready for, man. So understand these things when you making your choices in life, man, that it can all come back full circle. I knew that I was righteous in doing what I did to that man when I did it. And that's why it wasn't about fear when he saw me. It was about the fact that he knew he had that coming. And as a gangster, he knew he never rolled it up. He never locked it up or nothing. He took that, went to a different yard. You know what I mean? And the homies got on him again, whatever, but he stayed solid. You know what I mean? He stayed coming back out. He stayed getting, he would come out and then rush somebody. You know what I mean? Instead of being a victim again, he wasn't no sucker. So, but he stayed solid. Let's just put it like that. It wasn't about fear. It was about a respect to the fact that you had that coming. And you had an action at getting it back if you wanted it. So bottom line, man, if y'all don't do nothing else, man, y'all stay loyal to yourself, man. I really appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm trying to put up more videos. And hopefully y'all like the content. Hopefully y'all share the content, and hopefully y'all remain strong and remain faithful to the kennel, man. Salute.